Hello, my name is Terry. This video will cover our investigation of the Tri-County truck stop, which occurred on September 26, 2020. The first two clips are from the bar area. They're very short, but each of them contains multiple EVP voices. It sounds like it's a conversation between a trucker and a prostitute. He refers to one individual as Madam Hooker, and he does so in both clips. That's extremely interesting that some of these ghosts are using the exact same phrase multiple times in these EVP sessions. Another interesting point is that some of the ghosts that we used to encounter in years past don't seem to be manifesting recently. In the past few investigations, we've been encountering at this bar area the trucker and prostitute ghosts, but we seem to have no longer encountered any of the staff members from the past. These used to be prevalent in the early years, but we just don't seem to be making contact with them at the bar area anymore, and I do not know why this has changed. The following group of clips are all from the basement. We had used a ghost app on a phone and attached it through an external speaker. What's of great interest is the words that appeared on the screen of the phone while running this app were complete gibberish. There was nothing of any value, for the most part, and nothing that seemed to be of any intelligence trying to communicate directly with us. What was of great interest, though, was that what's coming through the speaker does not match what is being shown on the screen. My friend and I will be reading off the words that appear on the screen, and you'll notice that they have little bearing on what's actually coming through that speaker. There were only a few instances in which what appeared on the screen actually matched what was being said through the speaker. But what came through the speaker was an intelligent entity, or actually a group of different entities trying to communicate with us, some good and some bad.
Who are you?
Where did you see the shadow figure?
Okay, you got the light over here coming down from the steps on the right, far right. Mm-hmm. Then you got the light coming down from the steps from back where we were by the cooler. Right in between,
where the boilers are.
Exactly, right where the boilers are. I saw a shadow, looked like a figure walking on fours.
There's something moving down there.
I heard it. What was that?
It was like a piece of metal being dragged on the floor.
Yeah, it was up there.
It was over down that way.
Yeah. He still talked to us. There you go. You don't believe what I just got.
Your stomach's hurting?
Yeah.
Did you die at this location?
Christian.
Are you injured? Almost feeling like something tapping me on the elbow.
The right one?
Left. It just got colder over here.
Did it? I'm draining. I'm like...
Being drained?
Yeah. I'm just getting really tired and...
Did you hear that?
That was over there.
Hang on, I'm going to turn on the laser for a second.
Go ahead. Is that you?
Is that you over there? Are you Mr. Bates, the veteran? It's getting colder. Do you know Ken Hartong? He's currently in the military. Do you remember Ken? He tried to contact with you. Would you like Ken to come out here and talk with you? McKenna. Something's tickling my left elbow again. It's not the elbow itself, it's the hair on the elbow.
I got you. Guns. Cold.
I was experiencing that earlier.
Yeah. I'm sure. Running. If you're over by Terry, tap him on the shoulder. Destiny. Stone.
At first it was like a cold draft.
In the beginning, when we saw the light and I saw that figure going across there, hairs on my arms and neck stood up. I was like, ooh. It was cold. And then it just sort of, just lingered and nothing really.
But it was predominant on my left side.
Was it? No.
Yeah, I could just feel it just rushing.
Yeah.
Then for a while I could feel it behind me. See, I've heard whispering in there.
And where?
Coming from that speaker.
I've heard it a little bit too. But nothing I can really make out. Often.
The words you're getting on your screen are gibberish, but what's coming out of a speaker is making more sense. Are you a military veteran?
It says signal.
I heard a multi-word answer being spoken.
So did I. Living.
While we were down in the basement, a group of us heard the sound of a semi-truck's air brakes being used. It was coming from the front of the building where everyone was parked. We thought this was extremely odd because there really wasn't any place for a truck to park there, and they normally park on the lot, which is located to the west side of the building. So if anyone knows if they saw a truck pull up into the front, I'd like to hear back from you. Because when I sent one of my friends up to go check it out, they said that there was no truck up there. It doesn't mean that it couldn't possibly have left the area before he had gotten there, but it's just interesting that we had all heard this truck, and there really shouldn't have been a truck at the front parking lot during this event.
Aura. A-U-R-A. Aura.
Are you hearing voices?
I've heard a truck stop there where I wasn't sure a truck parked in front of the place.
That's what I'm wondering too, is I heard the same thing.
Yeah, it was definitely the air brakes of a truck. But they usually don't park in the front, they park in the side parking lot.
They're supposed to.
During the next clip, I asked one of the ghosts if they could tell me what color the laser pointer was. It emits a green laser beam, and it's a very strong, sharp color. They replied that they saw the color red. While this is incorrect in what color is being emitted, it's interesting in that they correctly heard my question in asking what color it was, but apparently their perception of color from where they are is different, and it's giving an incorrect answer. But from where they are, they may perceive the green laser as red.
Can you tell me what color this laser is?
We then turned off the ghost app and went upstairs and secured one of KD's ghost boxes. We used one of his nano boxes, which sweeps through FM radio frequencies at a high rate of speed. We set this device up and started asking questions. One of the funny things I noticed were the first comments coming through on the box seemed to be expressing frustration of not being able to communicate with us through that box that we had previously been using. And they're making comments that it was extremely difficult and all sorts of other comments that it just wasn't convenient or useful for them. You'll notice a lot of four-letter words are being spoken while the nano box is running. It's sweeping through FM radio stations at a high rate of speed. These FM radio stations are not allowed to say these words, so the source can't be from radio stations or DJs speaking on the radio stations. The source has to remain something is in the building that's communicating through this device.
Do you know any of our names?
If you know my name, can you tell me?
I heard get out. Do you know about the trucker who was here earlier? Can you make a very loud sound?
Yeah.
One of our group members, Nikki, went down into the basement to set up a REM pod for the event. She's by herself and it's completely dark, and you'll notice that she spins around to look behind her because she's hearing someone following her. She does this a second time because she's sure that someone is following her. And I've had this happen to myself on numerous occasions when I go down there by myself to set up the camera, which I had before she had tried to set up this REM pod. While you're walking down there, you can hear and feel that there's someone walking behind you. They never get close enough for you to see, even though it's completely dark. But it's really weird because you know that there's someone there, but whatever it is never approaches you or says a word. In this brief clip, Nikki will explain what she experienced while she was trying to drop off the REM pod down into the basement.
So tonight when I put the REM pod down, I was by myself and that's what I felt like. I could feel things behind me and I felt watched and followed.
Yes, that happened to me when I set up the camera.
Yeah.
The following 5 game clip cameras contain EVP voices. These were recorded at different points of time throughout the night.
Yeah, I need to put that REM pod down here and I could hear everybody.
I had handed out the thermal imaging camera to one of our guests. These cameras produce pictures based on temperature shifts. Warm temperatures are seen as white and red, and cooler temperatures are seen as blue and black. They snapped this photo during the investigation. It's from down in the basement. My friend and I are seated at the table, and you can see us in the center of the frame. But if you look around us, there is a giant blue face looking back toward the direction of the camera. It has dark areas where the eyes should have been located, and it has the features of, looks like an ear on the left-hand side. I've seen pictures like this before at places like the Sisters Tea House with these thermal imaging cameras. I can't be certain if this is paranormal or not, but it's interesting that there does seem to be a pattern of this type of image being produced with this camera.